and gentlemen, this is today's live on Equa Television International. We're so glad that you could join us on today's edition. Like, why am I this serious? My name is Joyce Jakada, and on today's live, we bring you issues, happenings in the society as they unfold, and this is just meant to keep you informed, enlightened, and more importantly, educated. And on today's edition of the program, we don't just say TGIF, but we talk about social media. And on the show today, we're looking at obsession. Have you lived around people that they are so obsessed with social media that they cannot stay without being on one platform or the other? Like their data cannot go off, and once they're out of data, is a problem. Like they look sick, and you are almost wondering, like, are you normal? And for them, they cannot stay without being online. We're talking about social media obsession. I would like you to share your thoughts. We'd like you to be part of this conversation. We are live on Facebook at Equa Television International, YouTube at Equa Television International. Do well to drop your comments. Share the link with your friends so that they can also be part of this conversation. And on this edition of the show, we have an August visitor in March. But if you have been following Equa Television from inception, you'll know that this is not a visitor. But for those of you that have not followed up with Equa TV from inception, of course, he's a visitor. But if you are aware of Equa Talent Show, then you will know Itality, the supertality, the extraordinaire. Hi, good morning. Welcome to today's live.
Good morning, everyone.
This is a different platform.
Okay.
so we are not expecting any drama or singing, right?
Okay.
Or we should expect one.
No, not at all.
All right. Welcome to the show.
All right. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Everyone is looking very, very nice this morning. I don't know what's happening. But viewer, good morning, and you're welcome to today's live on Equa TV.
Of course. We're so happy to have you on set. And Jemima, good morning.
Morning.
Sambo Solomon, how are people on the other side of Nigeria?
They're doing
We
very
miss you on set
I
the
miss
day
you
before
guys,
yesterday and yesterday. But welcome back.
Thank you so much.
You see, your fans are like, hey, thank God he's back. Oh, for some people,
I hope
the
I will
scholar, the pastor, the professor, when Sambo
Theologian.
Solomon give his perspective on the issue,
The evangelist.
the environment is really everybody silence. The ma Allah suna halkat. Please let me just
Zauru
park here.
Matasa.
But then, welcome back.
Thank you so much. I miss you guys.
Welcome.
Well, like, when will
Honestly,
he
thank
come
you.
back? When will he come back? And thank God you're here. So let's talk about obsession. Like, I would like us to just give an overview of what obsession is before we go into social media obsession. Like, have you been around people that seem obsessed with certain things and you got irritated, or have you at some point been so obsessed with one thing or the other, and then you look forward to the time that maybe God will rescue you from that, and for now you can just look at some people and say, you people, this thing, we were there before. And let's talk about, let me start with our one and only guest. talk to us about obsession.
Of course, I've been obsessed like a lot of times and in different ways.
About your crush.
Something like that. You can see that.
Okay.
I remember crushing on someone. And
Okay.
Then it turned out as if I was going crazy. Like each day I have to save her pictures, a lot of her pictures in my phone, and I have to go through them morning, afternoon, and
Wow.
night.
Wow.
It was driving me crazy. Like, man, I had to ask myself, are you normal? Are you really normal? Like, I needed to hear her voice in the morning, in the afternoon, in the night. Like, God,
That feeling.
I don't even know how
That
to
feeling.
express it. Like, I've been addicted to her. But at some point, I got to understand that it doesn't worth it. Yeah. So obsession is actually being addicted to something, for you to be entangled with something so deeply. I've heard of stories of people who were obsessed about certain thing, and at the end was actually bad. For some, it came up to a time that they got to understand it early, and they fought it and they won. And but for some, that's cost them their life. So obsession, I can say, is neither good or bad, but it depends on how you look at it.
Okay.
But I believe as we delve into the show, we get to understand whether it has its good part or it has its bad side.
I'm really interested if, on the good side, if there is. But like you said, before the end of the show. So I look forward to that moment. Jamima.
Yeah, well, I belong to the school of thought that obsession is negative. Is an unhealthy feeling of being in control of something. Whether that thing is yours or not, you don't care. Whether it can be yours or not, you don't care. You just want to have it by hook or by crook. And I feel if you're having that notion, then it is tilting towards the negative and not even making any effort to face the positive. So obsession almost always results in a very bad thing. It is almost going to doom, like all the time. You want to just get it. Your brain is not telling you, hey, are you sure you can get this? Is it within your means? Can you afford it? If you're going to kill, if you're going to steal, if you're going to destroy, you just want to get it. Just like lust. I know we're talking about social media obsession, but obsession generally is bad. Just like lust. If you're lusting after someone, you know that there's nothing good that will come out of it. Because if you sit and look deep within yourself, to the bottom of your heart, you know that it is not love. If you love someone, you will not want to beat up that person. You will not want to cheat. You will not want to lie. You will not want to do anything. But if you love someone, then it is all about affection. It is all about finding something good for that person. So when we're talking about the social media obsession, what is it that you're doing on the social media that you're so obsessed with? What are you giving to people on the social media? Are you doing something good there or not? If it's something bad, then definitely you'll be obsessed, because the people that want to see what you're doing, they are not seeing it, which is bad. But if you're doing something good there, even if you will be there just once in a day, that thing you have dropped will go a long way. If you'll be there just once a week, once a month, people would continue to remember that thing that you are doing.
Amazing.
But do you notice something? She didn't answer your question.
She just dived into the topic. Like, we're wasting time. She cannot wait. So Jamima have entered. You know, so
You
now
must
you
answer that question.
apologies. You remember, you know why now I used to say Pastor Mrs.
Yes.
You people should not be wasting time with carnal things. Let's enter the main discussion. No wonder I bought somebody's hand. But meanwhile, so let's say the scholarly. They didn't get the memo, so don't worry.
It's okay.
So,
Speak to your mic. Speak to your mic.
okay. I thought you would answer the question first.
No, leave her.
Okay,
She
I
will
should
still
do-
continue with the social media and the obsession.
okay. Well, for me, I will answer. I will say I was once a victim, and like he said, during those
Guys are always
young
obsessed
mom-
about ladies.
Get.
Hot blood.
I see there. They'll be on your neck that you want. Are you normal? Person will tell you no. But
You'll be hovering around me like a ghost.
So you don't know the power of persistence, right?
oh wow.
Oh,
But
wow.
in most cases, it doesn't even end up like you won't get it. Most of the guys, you remember the story I told you about? There's this guy that likes a girl, and then he's always going to the girl's house. You sit down, you gist with her. When it's late, he will go. He didn't say anything. He was going every day, and she was giving him the audience. And then unknown to him, there was one guy that was looking at the girl. Oh, this is fine, babe. I want to marry her. And then he shoot his shot, and the girl said yes. And when the guy came the next day and she said, I wouldn't appreciate you coming like this. Well, I've said yes to somebody, and it's his turn to start coming.
Wow.
And he said, but that's what have been bringing me here now.
But you've
But
not
he didn't
opened your
say it.
mouth.
So, and then in most cases, guys' obsession, whether on their crush or a girl, they don't say it. And at the end of the day, they don't even get it. Like in most cases.
You see, that's the reason why it is very important. He said something earlier that can I get it? There's something he mentioned that at the end is either good or
Yes.
bad.
Yeah.
You understand? So you find that in most cases, it doesn't end up well.
Yeah.
It doesn't end up well, particularly to the person that is obsessed about the person, because at the end of the day, you end up hurting yourself. because you just feel all your effort and everything, is not noticed. It's just and you just look at the kind of energy you put it together, and then the time wasted, and you begin to feel bad. And to some, it cost them their life, because you just feel, why am I living? And then at the end of the day, you don't see anything coming out from that guy. At the end of the day, he feels like I should just give up. And some, it affects them, whatever they do, whether in school, whether work, it just affects everything around them. So obsession, for me, I would say it's normal to get obsessed with somebody, but create balance. Whenever there is no balance, that's when it becomes a problem.
How
But
can
when there
you
is-
create balance when you are thinking of someone or something constantly, frequently, like especially in a manner that is not normal? Because when you're obsessed, like you do it in a manner that is not normal, and that's why some people, you can share with your friend that, see, this babe I've been looking, I like how, and it will get to a point that your friends will say, guy, are you okay? Like, are you okay? Because the expression of obsession, like, it gets to a point that it's not normal.
Yeah,
You do.
it looks
Have
very
you
well.
seen, like we're discussing social media obsession now? Have you seen people that are so obsessed with social media that they can't stay without data?
Yes.
And because they can't stay without data, they can do anything
They can
to have
steal.
data. So at the end of the day, that's why I said I was looking forward to the time that, okay, I want to see the good part of obsession, because I've seen it's almost irritating to be around people that are obsessed. Like, you're looking for validation on social media. You're checking. You post picture now. The next 5 minutes, you're looking how many people liked it, how many people commented, and when there's no comment, that you want to go and check your setting. Maybe something is wrong that nobody is. You post picture. You snap 100 pictures. You pick the best and you post, and you're waiting who will comment or who will say, you look beautiful. And when you don't see it, once you notice your phone is down. It was few weeks back that they was shut down Facebook.
Yeah,
Or,
yeah.
so did you
Just
relate to
few
the
minutes.
reactions of people on social media? Itality, you've been online, and I know you saw some of the posts that people made when the
Let it
Facebook
not
went
be
down.
as if you are saying I'm obsessed.
Okay, I'm not saying that.
Okay, so I've been on social media, and I'm a social media person per se. And when Facebook went down, I saw a lot of reactions. One of my classmates, like, there's no second you won't see her on social media. Like, since I came to University of Jos, I've been seeing this girl on her phone, like, every time. While I was coming here, I saw her on her phone again. She was like, when the Facebook went down, she calls me and was like, what's wrong now? Like, she has been trying to access Facebook, it's not working. What's the problem? Is it she off her phone, on her phone,
Reboot.
check whether there's data or not? Like, she was the way her reaction was sounding as if this girl is going crazy. Now, there's this kind of feeling you feel when you're so obsessed about something, and at a spark, there's a friction in that particular thing. There's this kind of reaction it creates in you. I once had a problem with my phone, and because my kind of job requires me to be online like 247, I know how much money I lost, and I know what it has. I know how it has affected me. Being obsessed. Now we're right into social media, right?
Yes.
A lot of times, I usually get depressed when I find out that some things are not really going well on my side, because I told my friend that if my phone get missing right now, I don't even know how I'm going to start. And he asked me why. I said, because almost most of my stuff is in my phone, and I know how I interact with people. I won't say that my entire life is on social media, but I know the kind of conversation I have with people on social media. Social media has actually impacted me a lot. But making it look as if it's my home, it has become a problem to me. And it has affected me psychologically. Now, back to the question you asked. A lot of people are obsessed about social media. As I've said, one of my classmates, when Facebook went down, she had to go crazy. Now, I don't even know how to put this, but I know of a friend who had to kill himself because of social media. Now, this happened in Gombe. I once worked in Gombe, and then I heard of this story. I had to go deep to find out the story well. There's this guy that actually killed himself because he said his girlfriend was not replying his messages on Facebook. So it means that his entire relationship is based on social media. I don't really know why people are so obsessed on
Like,
social
I'm just-
media.
He
Quiet,
could
I'm
not
just
ask. He
imagining
could not
how-
try to find out why she's not replying. He just
Yeah.
went ahead to kill himself.
What came to his mind was that she blocked him, or she was not interested in the relationship, that he has to kill himself.
That's not enough reason. Like my life.
See how crazy
Obsession,
people
exactly.
are with
That's
social
the reason
media.
why I said
Mm.
it costs some people their life. Just see the story, and it's unfortunate that it's coming from my state.
Okay.
Even
I
though-
didn't want
even
to. I
though-
didn't want it to
I
come
didn't
from
know.
you.
Think of that.
You see,
I didn't think of that.
one thing with us, if we are to love, we love with the whole of our heart.
True.
So sometimes if you betray a Gombe man
Mm.
with the issue of love, you don't find it easy.
You just kill himself.
Because we know how
Don't
we-
decide this topic and this discussion. Which one is if you even can be a man love? Which one is that
So if
one?
you don't reply the person, you just
He just killed himself.
And you are alive.
So he's giving her excess love.
And you are
she's not-
alive.
You know the funny part of it. That online whatever, that green, that when
Yeah,
someone
that
is
shows you're
online,
active.
When you're
you're
active.
yes, active online. You know, you text, you chat, and then you are seeing that green, and then the person is not
It's
replying.
even the entitlement from you people, because I'm online means that
simply means I'm there to reply you.
so I cannot be online and be worshiping and be praying and be studying the Bible. So it's the entitlement. The person that bought the phone is different, and
So
the
why not
person that
just
say I
remove
can
the
see you
activeness?
online. That's why some people are going to their setting and you will not know whether they are online or they are offline, because some Gombe men, oh sorry, let me not generalize, but some men will say I can see the active and yet you're not replying.
Yeah,
and the
funny enough.
and they're still good on the message.
Funny enough, just day before yesterday, the active button actually went off again, and somebody was asking, "Is it only in my phone that I'm seeing this active off, or is it everywhere?"
Mm.
You know that kind of feeling when you always log in and you're expecting to see this person that you want to talk to is online, and then you go and you see the person is offline. It begins to bring a lot of thought in you.
Mm.
Is it that this person is not online, or is it this person have blocked me,
Mm.
or one or two
Yes.
things? There's so
Mm.
many kind of feelings that begin to
Thoughts.
come into you, and you begin to wonder what's happening.
That's why earlier I said that for some people their obsession is because they are looking for validation online.
Mm.
So you are there and then you're seeing there's somebody you want. When you go online, let that person to be online, so that at least you are sure that when you say send hi angle or hi angel, there will be response. So when you go and then you see that the person is offline, you're not happy. And every time you're checking, you are refreshing your messages. Like there are people that can't wait for a high to come in. So they are always refreshing their messages. They're all like they can't stay without social media. I'm just thinking that if there's a law that says that the social media is going down for a week, how many people, like how many more cases of suicide will we see? Because it's like some people are so obsessed that it's out of the ordinary. Like you can't go offline. You are in church, you are on your phone. You are in school, you are on your phone. You are working, you're on your phone. Like I don't mean you're doing one serious work, you're on social media. Is that you're scrolling on somebody's picture, or you're viewing status, or you're on your timeline. Do you know that people spend hours
Or you are
just
replying
on
messages.
Or
timeline?
you are reading memes.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, reading memes. Yeah.
Just be laughing inside people. You are in a meeting, but you are reading, going through memes and laughing. And somebody is like, is this person normal? You don't even know when you should do this and when you should not. Like, always online on your timeline. Though there are people that make money from
Of
it.
course, of
It's
course.
business for them. That's their office. Some people study
Mm.
through different platforms of the social media. But what exactly are you doing? And do you even know whether you are obsessed? Because some people are obsessed, but they will never agree that, oh, I'm obsessed.
You know, I know of someone that is posting one thing or the other almost all the time. 5 minutes ago, he posted this. 7 minutes ago, he posted that. 10 minutes, like he's always posting one thing or the other. And at a point, I got talking with him. I was asking, hey, why are you always posting one thing or the other back to back? He said he finds love on social media. He gets the attention that he does not get physically. People are themselves on social media. Even if they are not themselves, at least he likes the pretense that he gets. You know, when he, and it's not like what he posts is something is something reasonable. Thank you for that word, or positive all the time. Sometimes he may just come and put an insult and say, hey, see what this person did to me, and put one serious insult. Then he gathers traffic, and then people are coming, and then the next minute he comes and posts a worship song, and then people come. The next minute he comes and he's just contradicting himself one way or the other. He said he loves the traffic he's getting from there. For me, that is obsession. If you cannot get something physically, whatever you're getting online, don't trust that. Don't depend on that.
You know, for some people, like I said, it's business. So you find them like 247, they're online, and they are either selling their market or they are counting their dollars. But then I want us to look at obsession, how it has affected some other parts and aspect of our lives, because you can't separate obsession with like the implication on other aspects of life. When you're obsessed about a girlfriend, it means your maybe siblings, your mother, your other activities will suffer. Imagine that there's a girl you're obsessed about. You can be at work, but you can't put in your best because you're thinking of her. You can be at home and then you're busy chatting somebody, and you are chatting, responding, all of this, and you forget that you're cooking. Like, we've had instances that houses got burned, food got burned, because some people are obsessed with like the social media interaction and all of that. So maybe whether personally or maybe somebody like Itality said earlier on, that there are times that he is always online, and one point or the other we find out that you get back from work, and instead of to go and stay with your family, and then you just pick your phone, and before you know it's time for sleep, or it's time to sleep, and you didn't have any interaction with the family member. So let's pick to the implication or the effect on physical relationship, because we always say that the advent of technology is what brought about the social media, that now the community is moving online. Globalization, people can relate to different people from different parts of the world. But what about the physical relationship, like the people around you? Let's speak to that.
Okay, sorry. Let me jump onto this. I didn't even know that we were going to talk about this today. Funny enough, yesterday evening I was in a friend's room. We were three of us were in the room, and then we got talking. We were talking about Adam and Eve, and then I kept my phone away. My phone was away from me, and then the lady whose room we were in was busy on her phone, and then we were saying, now someone brought about why do men have to kneel down to engage a woman? So we got discussing, and then not knowing that the lady who brought the topic herself, her mind was on her phone. She was so obsessed with her phone that we asked the question, and the reply she gave us was off what we were even talking about. And I told them, I said, see what technology have cost. Gone are those days where we usually sit in a room, we have a positive conversation with friends and family without anything interrupting us. But these days, because we're so obsessed with our phones, we're always on our phones, and we can sit in a room and everyone is on his or her phone without having a positive conversation. And then this also take me back to when I was also obsessed with my phone. I was ironing because I usually touch my phone, iron. I mistakenly iron my phone. I place the iron on my phone. This is to show you the level of how addicted I am with my phone. And that has really cost me a lot. I had to go and change the screen of my phone. Let's take for instance, if only I was not even paying attention to my phone, I would have ironed my clothes in peace.
And a little time.
Yes, and that 15,000 that I use to fix my phone I would have used it for something else. So these days, you hardly see people having a positive conversation together, because our phones, our social media have taken the place of positive conversation. It has ruined our life. That same lady that I talked about in my class, when lecture is going on, she's busy on her phone. There was a day the lecturer caught her and asked her to answer a particular question. She stood up and she was just looking. She doesn't even know what we were even discussing.
That'd be embarrassing. I feel a bit.
You see the level of how obsessed some young people are with social media. It has cost them a lot. Now, educationally wise, this girl might be suffering right now because she wouldn't even have time to read. And I asked myself, what is she even doing in her phone? No, when you talk about people who are like you said, people who are actually doing their business, there are people that the social media is actually their office. I can relate to that. But when you don't even have any business, all you do is you buy data, you go watch videos, you go to just go and be liking people pictures, people posts without any positive feedback to yourself. So it has actually affected us in so many ways. One, as I said, our conversation with each other. A boyfriend and a girlfriend cannot just sit and have a conversation without one of them touching his phone. I know what social media has done to a lot of relationships. It has destroyed a lot of relationships because a lady might visit a guy and the guy is busy on his phone. At some point, he ignores the lady. The lady gets angry and walk out, and that is the end of the relationship. So, as young people, I see we need to understand when we are obsessed with certain things, and we should draw a gap. We should put a limit to those things. You might not see the result now, but as time goes on, it will definitely affect us.
And for me, like I've always seen that it's not a good thing. Like that's my stand, because I've seen how that people will leave their house. I've seen how obsession, especially social media obsession, has affected other aspects of life. Like you rightly mentioned, learning for that lady right now is suffering. You are in school, you've paid school fees to learn, but while the lecture is going on, the time where you should be impacted, like you're busy on your phone. And in most cases, watching funny videos, watching, like for ladies, you want to see the latest hair, the latest dress, the latest this, following on celebrities, and did you see what the celebrity did? And at the end of the day, I don't know whether people sit down and then reminisce over their day. Like, what have you went for lectures, you didn't learn. The social media, you didn't. There's nothing that positively you contributed to the social media. Like, you just buy data and then keep flipping on timelines and then people's pages, and at the end of the day, learning is suffering. Your personal relationship is suffering. People can be in a family meeting and they are still on their phones. People will go to the church and then they are still on their phone. Sometimes you see people chatting, why did you come to the church? Why not just, to the point that when people sleep, the first thing when their eyes is open is their phones. They are looking for. Before you sleep, sometimes you sleep with your phones on your hands. Like, there was a day I was about to sleep and I decided to pick something out and I saw my brother lying down. He slept with the phone on the hand like this. He was on a page and I checked what he was doing. He was playing game. And then he slept with And I was just wondering how the hand. I said, I will not remove the phone. Your hand will suffer like that. Like you are holding phone and you sleep on it. When you say, can you drop your phone? Like bring a policy about dropping phone and see how people will fight it. Why? Because of the obsession. Like I'm not talking about people that do business, but people that are just obsessed with social media, like just following up with trends and all. And so largely it has affected physical relationship, both with families. People just stay in the same house, but everybody has his own community or his own clique on his social media, and that's his own best clique. Like you hardly sit and talk with your parents, you hardly sit and talk with your siblings, you hardly sit and talk with your friends. Even if there's a meeting, you see people go to hang out, but everybody's on his phone. Obsession. And it really affects like other aspect of life. And like you said earlier on, people need to find the balance, and I think that is very important.
You see, without that balance, I don't think we'll have a way out concerning this particular menace, because it's a menace until we check and then we're being deliberate about it. You see, even if you today you will tell me that your office is on your phone, it doesn't mean that 24 hours
You should be in the office.
in the office.
Uh-huh.
That means something is wrong.
And that's why you can come
But-
to your office 8 and close 4.
And close for. It's just to create that balance, because the thing is really affecting friendship, like physical. It's really affecting family relationship. You will see a family, the mother is busy on her phone, the father is busy on his phone, the children are struggling with assignment. Do you
Go and
get?
meet daddy because he doesn't want to go off. Daddy is
Yes.
saying, go and meet
And
mommy.
daddy is saying, because he don't want to go off, he's saying go and meet mommy. And then daddy is feeling he's doing something, or he's chatting with his friend, and then she's saying that he should leave what he's doing. Now he begin to feel he's whatever, he's being challenged. And then mommy
As
is
the head.
as the head. And then
Head
mommy
boy.
is begin to feel, okay, since morning I've been
Here with the children.
here with the children. Now you
so
are
you
here.
marry house girl.
And then you understand.
Yeah.
And before you know it,
Creative problem.
a great problem that at the end of the day is either so many marriages have
And if you
crashed.
check both the mommy and daddy, what they are doing is nothing serious.
It's nothing serious.
Chatting with friends.
I was listening to one program, and then the guest asked, the presenter asked the guest that because it's about family, and then she's asking how is the woman coping with the family, and then with the issue of technology, you know. And then the woman said that for them they are being deliberate about what they are doing, and they have set a rule in the house. Once you are on the dining table, no phone. You just have to off your phone. You eat and you deliberate. There's a family hour. Yes, family hour. You all come and then sit down and then you discuss, and then 9 o'clock she makes sure that the children are not on any any platform. They make sure, and they will make sure that they do their assignment, give them time to relate, and then once it's 9 o'clock, you off everything and you go to bed. And she said that thing helped her, even though it wasn't easy, because the issue now is, you said now the world is being driven by technology. 24 hours, you have to be online so that you know what is trending, what is the new thing, and then how to navigate it. She said she knows about that, but they have to create that balance. If not, the devil is very crafty, particularly the Christian homes. He will bring this and tell you this is what is in vogue. And for you as parent, Christian parent, you'll be carried away thinking this is the way to go, not knowing the devil is navigating through what the world is giving to destroy the family. Before you know it, the father is there, the mother is there, the children are there. They are even on their phones doing certain things that the parents don't even know. And at the end of the day, you will see, like in the family, but everybody is just living on his own. So it is something that we just have to be deliberate. And you see, anything that is, they say anything too much is bad. anything that is too much, whether it's food that you are eating, yes, we know it's food you are eating, but you eat too much, you know it's bad. It will even affect you. You'll not be free. You can't sleep. You will be. You understand? So let's just use this. It's food that we know everybody need. But you see, this social media thing is the in thing now. So they will just tell you, if you are not into it, they will just tell you that this one is from that other generation. You are not recognized. There's a way they will intimidate you, and that's why you will see in the midst of youth, everybody is picking his phone. Some, it's not really because of what they are doing, but because to tell you the gadgets they are holding. That's when you will see them always on it. It's not even the activities that they are doing on it, but to show you, yes, to show you the kind of phone they are using. So you see, from this part of the world, from where we are coming as Christians, we should know that everything we are doing, there's a limit to it. And once we are conscious of that, then definitely we will tell the world the pattern, how to go about it. Yes, it's what is invoked, but this is how to use it. It's just like somebody has a gadget, but he doesn't know how to use it, to navigate it. He doesn't know anything about the manual. So we are the manual. We should tell them, yes, we have this. After all, if you are talking about science, you are talking about science. It started from the Bible. Yes, they are just using it, to do whatever they are doing. It's coming from the Bible. So the Bible should give them the pattern, give us the pattern, and help the younger ones to know this is the pattern on how to go about it, so that by the time they are using it, it won't take away their mind off the real, how would I put it, the originator, the one with the master plan, because it's God with the master plan. So what are you using your phone to do with? Are you creating balance? Are people seeing that balance in Christianity, even in the phone that you are using? You ask yourself. If it's no, then something is wrong.
Yeah, and I would like to see that I think obsession is in two ways. Is either something you worked so hard at doing, or hereditary, probably from your family line. There are people that were known for that, and then you picked on it. That was why I said two. And the other is something you worked. You know how we work hard to earn money. You work hard in obsession as well. Mostly, I would say you're being intentional about being obsessed. That is why you go to any length to get what you want. Be it a lady, like we have mentioned, be it vengeance. Probably you wanted this person and someone came and overtook you, and you want to show that person what you're made of. You want to prove a point. So you go to any length, even killing the person. You don't feel it is an issue. But the balance here for me is in your willingness to agree that you have a problem. You can only be helped if you agree that you have a problem. That is why if you go to talk to people about Christ, they have to accept. They have to open their mouth and accept. So you have to agree, first of all, that you have a problem of obsession. Then look for help where you should. There are places you would go and then your problem will be compounded. So agree that you have the help. That's, you're trying to strike a balance. That means you want to be better. You want to be helped. So you agree, first of all, that you have a problem of obsession, be it on social media or any other place, and then you get help in the right place. That is how you do away with the effects of the obsession.
Okay, Mr. Eternity, we live in a time where we can't take away the fact that social media platforms keep evolving. Like every day we keep hearing of new platforms, and everyone is just so interested in joining and knowing what is happening in these different platforms. But then how can young people be deliberate about creating that balance when I'm in the class? How can I know that yes, it's time for lecture and then not time for, how can young people, what are the practical ways that young people can actually do to do away with this obsession? because it's looking like even the obsession is something that everybody should be part of. And that's why when you are in an environment, everybody wants to pick up his phone and like, oh, I'm using this particular, I'm online too. Like if you are not even online, like it's a problem. Yes. So when you go even for a meeting, you go for hangout, you go for different events, you see that everybody's like this. And people look at you for a minute and they will spend like an hour on their
And
phone.
sometimes you ask yourself, why am I here? Like, are we all here to
And
just
when they
pick
say the
our
meeting
phone?
should be on Zoom, no,
No.
physical. And when
Everyone
you
is a
people go,
ghost.
everybody again is. So how do you create that balance?
Well, according to research, it has shown that teenagers within the age of 15 to 16 are more young people who are obsessed with social media. Now, trend is one of the things that actually caused a lot of young people to be obsessed with social media because they want to catch up, they want to belong, and peer pressure. Yeah. You go to schools, you see young people with phones spending monies on spending a lot of money on phones. You hardly see a teenage lady now without an iPhone. That's something that is trending. And a lot of them are obsessed with iPhones. Okay, so let's keep iPhones away. Let's talk about the social media. They want to belong, they want to follow trend, they want to know what's happening. And the social media keep popping a lot of new things that always pop our brains to
Keep you busy.
keep. We want to know more. Every day we want to know what's happening. Now, if young people are not educated on certain things, on how to control the use of social media, we can never have a balance. And as you said, first of all, you need to accept that you are obsessed. Because if one who is obsessed and you tell me, bro,
They will
you are
fight
obsessed,
you.
you are obsessed
So
about
you
this,
are the
he'll tell
one
you,
who is obsessed.
you said, what do you mean? First thing the person will tell you, did you buy data for me? Are you the one that bought this phone for me?
True, true.
So we must deliberate, accept that we are too obsessed with this. As you earlier mentioned that you hardly see young people these days waking up in the morning to carry their Bible to study or to pray first. The first thing they do is they stretch their hands to their phone,
Turn on the
the data, and
Who
then
sends
Facebook,
message?
Twitter,
What
X,
did I
whatever.
miss?
And so I feel our churches and our institutions should be able to create a platform where people will be educated on how to know when they are obsessed about these things. It got to a point that I got to know that I was obsessed with social media. That I had to create a balance myself. Every time I'm on social media, every time that someone wants to say, bro, why are you always online? Why are you always online? Well, I know I'm a blogger, and then my job requires me to, as I said earlier, it requires me to be online to catch up with what is happening. But even with that, I have to create a balance.
Of course.
I have to go to church. I have to go to school. I have to create time for my friends. Now, when we begin to understand that people around us, we should value them. That is when we begin to know how to reduce certain things that we're doing. But when you don't place value on people, on things we do, we tend to look at everything around us as if it's useless. And then our phones become more useful to us. So as I'm talking particularly to young people, because this is more seen in young people than elderly people. So as young people, we must understand that building good relationship with people is very important, and also building good relationship with our Creator is very, very important. How much time do you spend with your Bible, and how much time do you spend with your phone? You must try to understand that. If you begin to notice that you spend more time on your phone, then you need to understand that you are becoming obsessed about your phones. So tell yourself that I'm not going to let this thing take the place of people, take the place of God in my life. And then accept that fact and then adjust your life. Sometimes I pray that my data just run off. And I sometimes I also wish that I don't even have money, because the more I have money, the more I want to buy data, the more I want to go online. And another thing is for you to ask yourself, even when you are obsessed, what are the things you check on social media? What are the things you post? Are those things positive? Are they even adding any value to your life? We should go back to our social media and check the data usage. How much we've used data from January to this time. You will see that a lot of people have spent more than 100,000. And when you check within that period of time, what were they able to come out from? How much were they able to make out of those data they spent? Nothing. So you have to understand that this social media is actually taking a lot of resources from me, and it's also taking a lot of ways for me to make money. By doing that, I think you'll be able to adjust yourself away from social media.
Like, I like the fact that you mentioned the loss that people don't know that they do. Like, even on the social media, by being addicted. Because imagine that you're a business person and then you're always on the social media, not just for the good reason, but just to be like aware of trends and then following other people's, keep making other people rich and all of that. Your business is suffering. You don't even have time to think of ideas of how to improve yourself and even improve your own business. Like, what you are doing, you find out that for years I've been the same person. There's no improvement. Why? Because I've not created time to. I'm just always like, one of the ways for me that you can control that obsession. Try to know when to turn off your data, because there are times that people will say, "Oh, I have control over it. I'm on my phone, yes, but I'm just studying." But your data is on. The study that you're studying, for example, your scripture, you already have the Bible on your phone, but your data is on. Your message will come in and you want to go and check who just sent me a message. But if it's time to sleep, you turn off your data. If you are in church, your data should be turned off. I don't think there's any social media platform that you can be on without data on. Like, you have to turn on your data. So if I'm in the church, my data should be turned off. Because definitely there are some people that they don't care what time it is, they will send you message. So turn off your data. When you are in class, turn off your data. You are at work, turn off your data. Like, it's recently there was a lady, a vendor that I sent a message to, and I didn't get a reply. And I just told myself, yes, it's not office time. Like, she has closed from the fact that it is a number like that. Oh, you can charge this number. But I sent message and there was no reply. It dawned on me that it is not office time. Of course, her shop is locked and she's home. She has her family to take care of. Like, you cannot just be responding to message, even if it's business that you're doing. There should be balance. When all your time is towards, like, tilted only towards your business, it's still not normal. It's still obsession. You're obsessed about your business. Because these are the excuses that people keep. We live in a time where people have excuses for everything they do. So, who told you that because I'm on social media, that means I'm not doing something valuable? Like, it's my business or I'm studying. If your study will take the whole of your time, then you're obsessed about it. Like, it's becoming a god to you, literally, because, like, other area of your life is suffering. And then at the detriment of every other, your relationship, your time of study, your everything, you're busy. It affects productivity. In case people don't know, you're always on. It affects your productivity because you can't think of ideas, you can't think of growth, you can't think of anything. All you think of is data. All you think of is, let me chat this person. My long time friend, let me say hi to him. And then, I'm bored, who will keep me busy? You start chatting people, hi, and then you're waiting for a reply. You're excited, you're responding, I'm fine, how was your day, like that. What did you eat today? Like, if you say you did not eat anything, the person will send food to you. So
try and eat.
Don't stay. It's not good, you get ulcer and all of that. So people need to create that balance. In the end, like, what matters is your impact. Like, in the end of the day, you can't at the end of the day, you can't spend your whole life just living without meaning. And that's one thing with social media. Once you get addicted, or once you go on social media, you keep having the need to, okay, let me just scroll the more. Let me just see this timeline. After this, I'm going to go off. You find out that before
lot
you
of
know, you're
things.
spending 30 minutes, 1 hour, and let me go on Instagram. Let me check the latest styles. And you're checking, oh, I've been thinking of this hairstyle. Let me go and check. You check this page, you check that page. Before you know, you sleep with your phone on your hands. And it's also not good medically, like health-wise, sleeping with your phone or even around your. So a lot of people, you see them sleep, under their pillow is their phones. When they wake up, even if it's to ease themselves, they have to check their phone first. Like their data cannot go off. Like even if you wake up in the night, while the eyes are not fully open, you are putting your hands to check for your phone and who sent you message, who didn't send. Oh, I sent somebody message before sleeping. Let me check if he or she has replied. It's just so important that we create that balance, so that we look. It's even disrespectful that you are before people, or people are talking to you and then you're on your phone, or you're responding to people and you're on social media. Even if it's not social media, you're just on your phone. Somebody is talking to you and you're okay. I can hear you. And it's really disrespectful. It even says a lot about your person, because courtesy the one that if you're in communication with somebody, then you should give the person your full attention. And then even if you have to be on your phone, maybe something very important, let's say somebody is at the park and he just needs you to respond to it, then you excuse yourself. But not that people come to your house, call you, answer, come inside, and you're welcome, oh, you're on your phone, how's your day? Fine, oh. And it's really disrespectful. Itality spoke about the value. It speaks to the value we place on certain things. Because if Jemima is with me and then I'm on my phone, it means I place more value on the phone than with her. And that's how it is. You are in class, but you are chatting. It means that you place more value on that social media platform, that person you're chatting with, than the education. So we need to be very deliberate. Take responsibility. That yes, I've been doing this thing, and it's wrong. How can I correct it? First, I should know, create time for all of this. Oh, it's my break time. You are at liberty to check, if you have messages and all of that. And people even respect you more. But then you are always online, and when they say hi, you just respond. But this person doesn't have anything to do there. Every time you just send her hi, she's responding, or he's responding. Or you are always going to see a guy's message every day. The girl too will say, this guy does not have anything doing it. He doesn't speak well of you. So creating the balance is actually needful and is key. Our time is fast spent, but just in a minute, 1 minute, let's just say maybe our final thought on this obsession, social media obsession. I start with Vitality.
Okay, so just as we know, social media was created to enhance our living, and we can't deny the fact that it has helped a lot of us in one way or the other. But making it a priority to our life is bad. We should be able to find a balance. As we said, we must understand the place of social media and the place of our normal life. And when social media have taken the place of God, it means you are totally wrong. So as young people, I encourage us today that we should make positive use of the social media. We should not take it for granted just because it's there and because you have the data. And let me just give a practical story before I stop. I know of a friend who always posts, and because she wants a reaction, comment and likes, she has to be posting nudity stuff, which is actually painting a very bad picture on her. She has been addicted to Facebook, and 1 minute she posts, second minute she posts, she keep posting, and the moment she observes that there's no reactions, she finds something that that catches people's attention, and she posts something very, very not even good. She posts, and people begin to react to it. I had to private chat her and said, see, you are a child of God, and this thing should not be seen in you. Your social media handles could serve as your pulpit. Talk to people about Christ. I don't even mind if you're going to be obsessed with your social media, but let it be that you're spreading gospel. You're telling people about Jesus, not other way around. So we should be able to check our life, how we use our social media. Is it positively or negatively? I think that is going to help us.
Thank you.
And I would like to say the Bible verse that says, if your left hand would cause you to sin, cut it off. if the social media will cause you to sin, deal with it. We're not saying cut it off. Deal with it. How can a young man keep his way pure? By living according to the laws of the Lord. It doesn't mean whatever everyone is doing, you have to do it. No. Stand by what you believe in, and that thing you believe in should be the right thing.
There's nothing wrong with social media. There's nothing wrong with you having it and being glued to it. But the question is that, what is it depriving you from? Is it depriving you from your creator? Is it affecting your own relationship with your family, with your siblings? If it's that, then you know that something is wrong. Create that balance, because God allow us to get this thing so that it will enhance our own living in the right way. So once we do that, I believe the world now will see the pattern of how we should use the social media, and that will help, will give the light.
Powerful. Thank you so much for this great conversation and discussion. Thank you, our guest, Vitality, the
Thank you for
Supertality,
having
the
me.
super
you.
extraordinaire.
Ordinary.
Yeah, it was nice doing this with you. Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much for having me.
And to our viewers out there, thank you so much for joining on today's edition of Today's Life. We really enjoy your company. Do know that we are called not to conform to the pattern of the world. Be unique, be you. There's nothing wrong in being on social media, but make sure that it doesn't affect every other aspect of your life. Create that balance and always know when to do what. The Bible says there's time for everything, and let it be your watchword. Let it be your guide. Until we come your way next week, same time, stay blessed. Bye-bye.